Hi, my name is Olga. I am a mindfulness instructor, and in this recording, I'll guide you through the mindfulness practice called noting of emotions. This is a variation of the basic noting practice see, hear, feel, built on the same mechanism. It deals with our experiences at a given moment as well, but in noting of emotions practice, we narrow the focus of attention and deal only with events of emotional nature, or simply emotions or states. It can be everything what we feel emotionally: happiness, enjoyment, calmness, sadness, tiredness, etc. Before you start this practice, a very important thing is firstly to determine your stress level. Imagine a scale where 0 is a total grace and peace, and 10 is complete despair, or rage, or terror, or panic. Do this practice only if your stress level is from 0 to 4. So, this is a noting of emotions practice, meaning that we simply acknowledge our emotions in every given moment and try to find a proper label to name it. You can use two kinds of labels. Just the label feel to whatever you feel, or specific label depending on the name of every single emotion you feel. It can be namely happiness, enjoyment, calmness, sadness, tiredness, etc. Specific labels help us to develop clarity. You may say labels out of loud or in your head, as it is more convenient for you in this particular moment. Let me demonstrate what I note and label now. Softness, pleasant, interest, anxiety, presence, calmness. As you may have noticed, I named two opposite states, anxiety and calmness. It's normal situation. See if you also have such opposites. Okay, let's make it together. You may choose to close your eyes or to keep them half open or even open with your gaze softened. Whichever gives you better presence and helps you focus on this practice. I invite you to start with the posture so you can feel more stable and grounded. See how are you sitting and if you are sitting comfortably. You can shift a weight of your body from one side to another to find more comfortable position. Make a few prolonged breaths in and out. Make it very naturally, putting a minimum effort. I invite you to make a brief body scan to feel more contact with the body and your inner experiences. Start from the top of your head and imagine you are being pulled up by the crown of your head and your body naturally and gently stretches up. Then gradually and gently descend to your eyes, nose, lips, jaw, and the whole face. See if there is any tension in muscles of your face and release it gently. If you find your tongue pressed to your palate, lower your tongue. Then gently go down with your attention. Find your neck, shoulders, the front of your chest, belly. If you notice any tension in these zones, release them. Let them go down as you exhale. Then the back of your chest, your spine, your back, area between your shoulder blades. Check your back is straight but not tensed. Very good. And let's go to the lower body. Check your sitting bones and if your weight is equally distributed between them. Make sure there is some space between your legs and they are not pressed tightly. See if your lower body feels spacious and calm. And finally go down to the feet and make sure they're in the full contact with the floor and you feel grounded. Now I invite you to take a couple of slower breaths and start noting and labeling what you feel inside. What emotional experiences are actual now, and your attention is naturally attracted to them? Note it, label it, stay with it for 5-6 seconds and let it go. You may use just feel label and proceed like feel, 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 or other specific labels like softness, calmness, presence, and so on. If you notice distractions of your attention to your thoughts, desires, outer sounds, intentions to do something, gently bring your attention back to the field of emotions and proceed noting and labeling them. You may feel a lot of emotions at one time. It's absolutely normal. Try to figure out only one of them, the more intensive one or the one you want to stay with for a little bit longer. It may be a little bit confusing for the first time, but just try and further you'll manage to deal with it better. If you don't know what you feel or you don't know how to name what you feel, you may say, I don't know. It's absolutely normal. If you notice pleasant states and emotions like calm or softness, get more open to them and absorb this pleasantness. If you notice discomfort in your posture or in your emotions or in the entire process of noting and labeling, try not to resist it firstly and just observe. If it is too tough, take a little break, open your eyes for a few seconds and go back to the practice. Don't try to pull in or push out your emotion. Just note and observe for some time, and then let it go. This way we are developing equanimity. You may make a step further and together with emotions notice bodily sensations which let you know about what are you feeling emotionally. For example, if it is emotion of sadness, you may notice the lowered outer corners of your eyelids, the corners of your lips and jaw pressed together, heavy breathing, etc. Just notice your emotions and bodily sensations connected to them. Very good. And let's take a few more cycles of noting and labeling of emotions, and then we will finish. Great. So now please gently let any instruction go and sit a few seconds doing nothing. Just savoring the experience you have gone through recently. And when you'll be ready, please start gently opening your eyes. Take a few more prolonged breaths and think a little. What was this practice about for you? Take one thing from it which will support you today. This noting of emotions practice may be used either as formal and informal practice in any time of your day, when you feel overwhelmed or want to add more clarity to what you feel or just want to relax. Thank you for this practice. I wish you good luck and enjoy practicing.